no real radio projects really to speak of, just kind of maintaining what I got. Been hashing around the idea of building another receiver or regeneradyne, but I don't know when I'm going to have time for that. And there's one guy out there that thinks that I still owe him a set of QSL cards, and since I haven't sold off the press yet, I'll think I'll do that just to make him happy. I don't know where he gets that idea, but I'm not going to argue with it. I'll just order up some dies and run them off. And while I'm doing that, bring this one to the QSL cards. So I may be doing that again off the old letter press. Funny how that goes. We're still wondering whether to sell this place and move down into Orlando where the parents are, or just to keep this place here. I'd rather keep the place. Volusia County is one of the most open states in Florida, and it's probably one of the very few places that feels like pre-pandemic. The incidents of contraction are extremely low, and there are no masks. Unless you're in a store that requires it. But we got 3 hospitals. They hardly have any cases at all, and that's great. So Orange County, the 2 counties below Orlando is a different story. Higher population density, yada yada yada. So anyway, that's if you can call that a project, that's kind of what's been going on here, what we're thinking, what we're trying to negotiate, kind of figuring out what the future is, all that kind of stuff. So all that. But you asked, W3 MMR, never kiss alligators.
All right, WD4NKA W3 MMR, just dragging my feet to see if anybody else wanted to join. Oh, foot slipped off the pedal. Alrighty. Yeah, you're making a heck of a trip up here this morning, Gary, because it's loud and you are above it, cutting right through. Yeah, I guess I feel the same way about my parents, obviously. However, there was a time where, like, you know how close my dad and I are now, but there was a time we didn't talk, and it wasn't that long ago. And it was probably 7, 8 years ago. We didn't, 9 years ago maybe. There was a long time we didn't talk at all. You know, no contact, no phone calls, no nothing. We were, we have very similar personalities, and it's very easy to butt heads. And back when I was a lot younger, I didn't. I wasn't the best at probably handling those situations. So, but the older I get, the closer we get. The closer I get with my mother, and now we're closer than we've ever been. In my entire existence on this earth, and I feel the same way, man. It's like I dread the day that they, get old. But I'm more than willing to do what I have to do to give back, It's the least I could do. Because as you said, they took care of us for a long time, sacrificed a lot. And it's the least that we can do to give it back, Gary, that's for sure, man. Well, best of luck with everything down there. I hope she's 91 years old, man. That's living a good life, man. That's a good lived life. I can only, pray that I live that old. Still got a long way to go, but the older you get, Gary, even in your mid-30s, you think about it, I'll tell you. That's for sure. But anyway, enough about all the sappy stuff. I bought, Gary, you'll never believe this. I'm going to post some pictures today in the Facebook group. I picked up a Turner S500 dynamic microphone. You might have to look it up. I never saw one before until I came across it on QRZ, but a guy was selling one, a Turner S as in Sierra -500. And I saw it on QRZ, and I was like, man, that's a cool looking microphone. All, polished metal, real heavy looking, real cool head on it. I'm like, man, look at that sucker. I gotta have it. I looked at the price, $20. Gary, $20. I couldn't email the guy fast enough. So anyway, I got it in the mail yesterday. It's a cool looking mic. I got to make an adapter for it because it's got a 4-pin XLR, and I got to make a little adapter with a 3-pin XLR on it. So maybe we'll have the mic on the air tomorrow. But looking forward to it. It's a cool looking mic. So that was my my big purchase for the month, Gary. Back down to you. WD4 NKA. Never kiss alligators. It's great advice. W3 MMR.
N1SNG.
Okay, I thought I heard somebody there.
Hey, Glenn.
Wow. Boy, that's the... yeah, I'll have to look that mic up, man. I tell you what, anything that's cool looking for $20, man, grab it. Even if it don't work. I swear, somebody came up and said, hey, Gary, here's the shell of a Johnson Ranger. Just for the looks, just to kind of park it next to, $20. Nothing in it, just the shell. Okay, yeah, I'll take it, sure. I'll build something else, I know, who knows what. But yeah, it sounds like it's a audio performance mic. You're probably looking at about 600 ohms on that thing. If it's got an XLR output, I'm almost guaranteeing it's a PA or stage mic. And but yeah, shoot. If you have, it'll be easier to adapt it to whatever impedance you need to, if you need to. And yeah, can't wait to hear that thing on the air. Wow, sounds like quite a steal. I have had equivalent bargains like that, only they weren't in. Well, I did get a good bargain on a D104, $30 for a really nice one. That was a couple Hamfests ago, pre-pandemic. Matter of fact, I'm using that of it now because the Rochelle salts gave way, and the original head, so I swapped it for that $30 mic, and I'm talking through it now, so that's paying off. But well, I like code, and I do that periodically, try to get my speed up. But I'll get these bugs. I like a lot of things. You can actually take them apart, clean the parts up individually, replace screws. Vibroflex still handles the phenolic parts, the panels themselves, the grips for the shorting knobs, all that kind of stuff. They still have it. And so I've put together two. One of them is a racer presentation. That's a $200 bug. I got it for nothing. The guy gave it to me, said he found it in trash or something like that. And another one, somebody else, a friend of mine, found disassembled in his drawer. It turned out that it's a J36 Benelli from World War II. And yeah, I got that for nothing. And then when I got my helicopter gear, which is the first mass-produced automatic gear, and it matches the FU-101 really nicely. I've got a part right next to it. Somebody said, hey, you need this. And we have a 1961 vibro panel. And oh my gosh, it's a jewel movement. So, and then I've got some more keys that I paid for. A lot of these are mechanical, but anything mechanical, that's great. And really rap keys, bugs, they're all part of the game. The TL key is interesting because while it's electric, it's electromechanical. It actually has some these tubes in it that are actually, I think they're magnetic. They have some kind of a relay contact in them because when you key, you can actually get it inside the thing go. So it's really neat. That'll go from 5 to 60 watts a minute. It's really crazy. So let's drag the feet, see if there's anybody else that wants to keep it. This is WD4 NKA, back over to W3MMR.
Yeah, real good, Gary. That was Glenn, N1SNG. Glenn, go ahead and pick it up and then send it back to me. Good morning, Glenn. N1SNG with WD4NKA, W3MMR.
Yeah, W3MMR. N1SNG and WD4NKA. Gary, good morning to you, Gary, if you can hear me. A little bit noisy up this way in the northeast, but I'm hearing you just fine. Perry, you got a nice big signal in here. There is some background noise in there, just like maybe some static, some cloud static going on there. But figured I'd just chime in anyway, and if things get rough on my side here, we'll just put it down for a bit. But again, good morning to you, Gary. Perry. Good on the Turner S500. Sounds like a great deal. They had $20. I had a $20 microphone. It was a Turner, and I think they used to call it the Tomahawk mic, but it was all die cast. I mean, I think it looked like an outboard motor. The thing was just beautiful, and then well worth restoring or getting back into use. It'd be interesting to just to see what kind of audio will be coming out of that. But it sounds like a project mic. Hopefully not, but good luck with that. And actually, I am retired as of today, so playing a little bit more radio, hopefully. And had a pretty good send-off yesterday. And it feels great, man, just to, it's like the longest weekend in the world. It's going to be fabulous, so looking forward to talking a little bit more frequently on the radio here. So, Perry, I'm gonna send it back to you. I don't know if Gary's copying me, but thanks for picking me up here. Running the B&W 5100, 100 watts, and listening on the Hamlin HQ110C, and it seems to work quite well with the conditions we have this morning. So W3MMR, take it N1SNG. Good morning.
W2SDR.
Hey, Pop. N1SNG in the group, W3MMR. W2SDR breaking in. All right. Let me hold on a second here. W4NKA. W3MMR. W2SDR. All right. I'll send it to you, Pop, and then Pop, send it down to Gary. Actually, I'm going to send it to Gary, and then Gary, you send it to my dad, so we'll give him, my dad, a second to catch up here and give him something to talk about. All right. Real good all the way around there, Glenn. All right, here we go. And then, Pop, you'll send it to, Gary will send it to you, and then you'll send it to Glenn. All right, sorry about that. Anyway, yeah, I'm looking forward to trying this new microphone. I know it does. I was checking out the pinouts on the 4-pin XLR that it has on the bottom of it, and I noticed it's got like an isolation transformer in it, or an impedance matching transformer in the stalk of the mic. Some kind of little transformer in there. I wanted to look up the manual. It's hard to find information on this microphone, though. It's not a popular mic. The Turner S500, I don't think that many were sold, man. The only thing I could really find on it is the sales catalog from Turner back in the early 70s, where it displays it. But we'll try it, we'll see what happens. Might need a lot of EQ, dynamic mic, and all that fun stuff, but for $20, man, I could not turn it down. I saw it as, like you said, Gary, for something that's cool looking, it's worth $20. I think it'd sit on the shelf for all I care. But that's the story on that. And Glenn, great signal down this way this morning, man. Congratulations on the retirement. Good to hear you in the mornings on a regular basis here. And again, great signal down this way. Band's in good shape despite the QR Nancy. Down to you, Gary, then send it up to the Pop, W2SGR, D4NKA in the group, W3MMR.
Okay, W3MMR, D4NKA. Yeah, you're the only one that I'm hearing. I'm not hearing Glenn, and I'm not hearing Frank. You're the only one. But I've got the cards coming into the room, which tells me that they're needing some attention for some reason. I don't know what, so I think I'll use this as an excuse to go get some coffee, see what they want. I'll go ahead and back out at this point.
over to you, Pop. Gary has signed.
Okay, WD4NKA, W2SDR. I had a fine copy on Gary. And Gary is about S8 to 9 here. No problem at all. 7-3, Gary. Sorry you couldn't stick around. Glenn, you're coming through well. I'm on the Anon this morning. Down in the shack. I'm looking for that. Sometimes those microphones, they had the 4-pin were a high and low impedance choice out of the mic. The transformer is probably a transformer that will go from low to high impedance. If you found a transformer inside the thing, because that dynamic element is probably 90% that it's a low impedance. Since that mic is so old, they would have transformers in them things to give you a high impedance choice for old radios, tube radios, that would take a high impedance mic input. So that's probably what that is. So and you wouldn't want you'd want the low impedance. You wouldn't want to use the one with the transformer on. But I'll search around and see if I can find the wiring for that particular mic. As a matter of fact, I would probably use what's in the 4-pin. In other words, if it's got a switch on it, find out if you didn't already chop it off. Try to see what 2 pins short when you throw the switch on the mic. And that'll be your switching wires, and the other two would be, the other wire would be a hot and a shield. So it should be pretty simple to figure out what wires to hook up, Perry. N1SNG in the group, W2SDR.
W2SDR. W3MMR, N1SNG. Okay, nice signal this morning from the Anon, Frank. Along with Perry, we were about neck and neck there. And yeah, on that Turner, the one that I had gotten came with these inline like cartridges, and that's what they were. They were impedance matching, inline inserts you put right into the. I believe it was like a 1/4 inch, like a phono plug, headphone type plug. And I had a whole bag of those things back in the day, and I thought nothing of it. And I ended up just bringing them up to the Airfest. And of course, as time marches on, it does come up in the conversation, and then it's like, gee, I had a whole bunch of those that I got rid of. But anyway. Very good on the Turner, and I think the S is the switch designation. Probably came either or, with or without. I know on the Turner that I had, I think it was a 33 or something like that, S33. Probably, but in any case, yeah, full mic, and interesting to see how that performs. Once you get it up and running there. But I'm looking through some older catalogs here. I can't find anything on it either. I have a couple of older Allied and Lafayette electronics. They usually carry multi-brands, but nothing probably in that consumer grade category. But cool stuff. Yeah, Frank, so I am retired. As of today's my last day, which I had a personal day. One left, so I used them all up and left early, sold my toolbox, and got a nice letter from the remaining crew there at the shop, and I got a little extra cash out of that deal. But, yeah, this is great. What a feeling. I don't have to drive down the highway anymore in the morning. 25 miles of defensive driving, plus in the wintertime, really takes a lot out of the vehicle. But anyway, since you pay the price for retirement, that's what we've done here. So anyway, I'll get it back over to Perry. Running a B&W 5100 B1 mic. And listening on the Hammerlin HQ110 this morning. Should be working quite well. So, over to you, Perry. W3MMR N1SNG. I believe that's where it's going.
Yeah, just us three here. Now, Glenn. W2 N1SNG W3MMR. Well, this microphone doesn't have a switch, so I guess it's not the S500. It's just the 500. So sorry about that. The guy had it labeled as an S500, but I didn't know that the S was for the switch designation. It does not have a switch. But either way, it should still be easy to figure out the wiring, because Glenn, he has an adapter on here that goes from 4-pin XLR, which is on the bottom of the mic, to a 4-pin regular CB, ham radio mic jack. So I didn't chop it off or nothing yet. It's sitting on the table like it was when it came in the box. So I haven't done really anything with it except wipe it off and clean it down. Get the other guys spit off it, I guess. But yeah. So well, real good on all the information from you guys. Speaking of those high to low impedance cartridge things, I was over down the street at my mother's last night trying to find a mic clip, because she played live music for lots and lots and lots of years, and so I went down there and stole a mic clip from her, and when I was looking through the suitcase, I found one of those. It was like an XLR to 1/4-inch mono high to low Z adapter. There had a bunch of them in there, so that's the story on that. I didn't know. So I guess maybe that transformer was added. It didn't come with the microphone, or maybe it did and it wasn't hooked up. So I wish I could find some more information on this mic. It is not easy to find. But it's cool looking. That's for sure. The B&W sounds great this morning, Glenn, with the B1. I'm on my B1 microphone, but on the SDR this morning. So hope the B1 sounds all right. And so back over to you, Pop. W2SDR in the group, W3MMR.
Where is this transformer?
It's in the stalk of the microphone. If you take the XLR plug off the bottom, okay, you get a transformer slides out of the neck.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, well, that's what the 4th pin is for. It's probably 1 pin is for low impedance and 1 pin is high. The transformer's probably only going to one of the pins.
Okay, I gotcha. That's probably exactly what it is. I didn't look, because it has 2 different ways you could slide the end off. You can slide just the XLR out, or you can take like a 1/4 of the microphone off, and then you can access the neck. So I wasn't able to see down to the wiring to the back of the XLR. I could just see inside the neck with the transformer there. But okay, cool. So that's probably exactly what's going on.
Well, take a lot of pictures of the way it is right now, but you should be able to find out that just with the mic plug that's on there, the shielded wire and stuff, you should be able to see right off the bat which one's the mic hot.
Yeah, I'm sure it should be real easy. As soon as I actually do it, that's the problem.
Okay. Anyway, W2SDR. Well, that's good. Anyway, conditions to VK were good this morning. Joe was coming in good. Stateside was good, so all good with that. And, that's where I was earlier, down there up there on 40 meters. So there you go. Sipping on my coffee here. Glad I got the grass mowed yesterday, because we're going to be a rainy day today and tomorrow. So especially the first half of tomorrow, so I don't have to do any of that additional outside stuff. Fine on your personal day in retirement. How old are you, Glenn? I'm 70. I just turned 70 in April. I'll be 71, obviously, next April. And been retired for 5.5 years now. I watched the beginning. I watched Invasion of the Body Snatchers yesterday, the original, 1956, and I'm about almost halfway through The Fog. And that's an ecstatic, Electro Voice, one of the first condenser mics that they made. I used to have one of them that she uses in that movie. I can't remember the model number of it, but I'll think of it. And because I think you mentioned about that mic yesterday, Perry, so I'm about halfway through The Fog. N1SNG, W2SDR, and they're both of those movies are free on Amazon Prime. Go ahead, Glenn.
Yeah, W2SDR, N1SNG. All right, very good, Frank. Good on the good conditions this morning there down in the VK area. And it's always nice to have those conditions, for the long haul, and hopefully with the fall and winter season coming up, we'll be looking forward to better conditions, I guess, all the way around here. But, Invasion of the Body Snatchers, huh? Jeez, there's so many older movies out there that contain radio equipment. There was one I thought was pretty amazing. Was I think it was the Fantastic Voyage. I remember where they miniaturized the doctors so they could inject them into the bloodstream of this person that was dying, and so they system of the human body, and they're encountering antibodies and stuff. Well, anyway, they had it looked like an old HRO or maybe a Model 19 transmitter that they were using. I really couldn't identify them. I knew they were very, very old, but it was quite interesting to see ham radio equipment, just commercial equipment, show up in some of those older movies. Well, they use them for a backdrop. They'll have all these different types of power supplies and things that supposedly is part of the reactor or something, whatever's going on. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty cool. A lot of times you can just Google that up and you get right to that picture frame. But anyway, Frank, thanks for the kind words there. It's retirement marches on here. I'm 66 in 2 months, so we went for full retirement here. My wife, she's 2 months older than I am, so she retired a couple of months back. And that's it. We go from there. She's still working on part-time, but it's all days at the restaurant there. So that works out pretty well. And I got things to do. I still have that Jeep restoration project that I'm working on. It's somewhere in the garage. I'll pick it up. But I got a lot to do here. Always had. Even as a kid, I always had things going on, And I've got just a lot of projects here and things that need to be organized. And then, there's days where you just kick back and relax. It's not like, when I left, people asked me, well, what are you going to do when you retire? And I said, what do you do on the weekend? It's like, it's just another day to me. A lot of people will, set up a kind of a travel plan, what they're going to do, and go across country in a Winnebago and stuff. But now we're just kind of going to sit back here and, whatever works for us. A little vacation time here and there is fine. But other than that, what a feeling, I'll tell you. It's a great feeling, and taking your good health with it. That's a big plus also. So anyway, get it right over to you, Perry, and the Anon group sounding fabulous this morning. Even though there is a little back noise in there, you guys are really near full quieting here. So W3 MMR, possibly others N1SNG.
N1SNG W3 MMR. Good transmission. Glenn, well, congratulations again on the retirement. I still have 30 years to go, being 34 years old. But so it's not. I'm just well, Glenn, you and I talked about this a couple days ago when we, about retirement and when we started to really become cognizant of saving for retirement and setting up for the future and stuff. So good stuff, man. I was just doing a Google search and came across a mic I forgot that I saw you found down the street yesterday. My mom's got a Shure 565 in the case. I guess she bought it when she was a teenager. The first microphone she ever bought. New microphone, I guess. And I was trying to take it with me, man, but she wasn't having it. She's like, nope, you ain't having that. So I tried sneaking out with it, but I caught the wooden spoon across the back of the neck. So, but it's a cool looking microphone too, all chrome. Dad, it looks almost like the one that Don Henley uses, or the guys are using in that Eagles DVD that you have live down in D.C. At the Capitol Center. Same kind of style with the big head, chrome screen on it. I guess it's a unidirectional too, so you can kind of use it for multiple people. Unisphere microphone series. Yeah, good on the fog, Pop. Yeah, I'd mentioned that last night because I always remember her in that sweet, sultry, sexy voice, and seeing her watching the fog come in. The fog's coming in. Run! Ah! Take it over the house. That's a great movie, man. And Glenn, we used to watch that movie when we were down the shore. My dad had a trailer, real close to the beach down in South Jersey, and Driftwood Campground. And I remember watching that as a kid down there. We were on vacation, scared to death, man, thinking the fog's gonna roll in. Off the ocean when we're down there. These pirates are gonna come in and can kill everybody. So that's a great movie. I'm gonna have to watch that before Halloween. Since it's on Amazon Prime and I get that, I'm gonna have to watch it, man. So I'm gonna put that on the to-do list. That's for sure. And real good on watching Invasion of the Body Snatchers. That's a great name for a movie. Over to you, Pop. W2SDR with N1SNG, W3MMR.
All right, W3MMR in the group, W2SDR. This will be my final. The 565 is what people used to call the Woodstock mic. That's the mic all of the artists that played at Woodstock, they used 565s. All those silver ones. That's the predecessor to the SM58. That's a great mic. They were great microphones, and a lot of times they had a black band around them too. And it's a great mic. They made two different models, one with a switch, one without a switch. But they were good microphones. They still make them too. You can get a 565. I think that they're made in Mexico now, but that doesn't make any difference. They're still good. You can still get them. They're about $100. I think they're not a problem. But that's the Woodstock mic. And what they used in that, the Eagles used in that concert there, they were Beyers, B-E-Y-E-R. Very expensive microphones. So, 7-3 guys, we'll talk to you later. I'll probably go down to, drop down to 3745 maybe for a little bit, and head up to Studio B. I'll listen out here. N1SNG in the group. W2SDR.
Yeah, W2SDR and 1SNG. Well, thanks for stopping by this morning there, Frank. Good to hear your voice in here. As always, just sounding perfection. Very good. And on the Woodstock mic, I watched a documentary several years back, and they came across some of the equipment that was, up on stage at Woodstock and in the back and all that, mixers and a lot of it was like Altec Lansing equipment, old school, and it's pretty cool. Some of it, I guess they were going to recover it and put it for safekeeping. I think it was in a guy's garage, but anyway, yeah, cool stuff, and cool information too, points of origin and where this equipment was used. So anyway, I'll say 7-3s to you, Frank, and maybe catch up with you tomorrow or maybe this afternoon sometime. And yeah, bunker down for the rain. We've got inundated here a few days ago. Still a lot of people without power here in the Northeast. So over to you, Perry, W3MMR and 1SNG.
Just dragging my foot, my small feet. 1SNG, W3MMR. See you, Pop. I'll catch you later on today. Yeah, that mic I was mentioning, I thought, excuse me, shit. Excuse my language. Hold on, Glenn. Jesus. Something's caught in my throat. Anyway, the mic that I had mistaken that for at the Eagles thing, my dad mentioned it was a Bayer. Looks like a Bayer Dynamic M500 ribbon microphone. They're not cheap, man. $500 for one of them things. Holy crap. But they sounded good on that album. I'll tell you that much. But they are cool looking. But they are expensive. I'll tell you what, man. My old man, I don't know how he retains all this information, but like all them that's the Woodstock mic. Oh, they used a Bayer Dynamic in that. You know what I mean? It's just like I could name an artist from like the '60s, and he'd be like, oh yeah, they used a Shure mic, or they used EV mics and all that. You know what I mean? It's just cool, man, having that, being able to reference that kind of stuff and just ask those kind of questions. You know, it's like having Google before Google. Well, yeah, Glenn, I'm glad you're enjoying the retirement, you know, even though how little it has been so far. Excuse me, and I know you're looking forward to it. You know, you put a lot of hard work in, man, long years. And like you said, lots of commuting. You don't have to commute anymore. No wear, not that wear and tear on the vehicles. I don't know if you have a garage, Glenn. If not really a big deal. I don't have a garage, that's for sure. But, you know, especially if you don't have to commute and you have a garage, living where you live, man, I could put a lot of extra years on your car. You know, or just to keep it out, not having to commute in general. But I'm thinking like with the garage, it stays inside all the time. You know what I mean? But, you know, that commute, no road grime, the salt, all that crap, you know, none of that. You don't have to worry about any of it. We had a car come in the other day, Glenn, with 18,000 miles on it. And you'd have thought the thing underneath, if you didn't look at the odometer, you thought it had 150,000 miles on the car. I mean, it was that rusted already. You know, some vehicle manufacturers aren't putting a lot of money into corrosion and rust inhibitors, you know. Because these things get one little chip under there, forget about it. I mean, rust will find it. Water will find it, and it will spread like cancer. That's why they call it cancer. You know, it will spread like cancer. But still, after all these years, I still never wash the undercarriage of my vehicle. I never take it to the car wash and have them do the, you know, the underneath undercarriage wash and all that stuff. I just don't think about it at the time, you know. But what they're saying, Glenn, as far as winter this year, we may. Oh crap, Glenn, can I have to? My son's calling me. Stand by one. Oh crap, he hung up. I gotta call my son back here in a minute. So, crap, he's probably on his way to school. Anyway, Glenn, but yeah, man, you know, I never think about the rust stuff, but it's a real big thing because I'm telling you, these cars nowadays, that's what kills it is rust. You know, the engines don't stop running, but it's just the rust, man. So. That'll do it. So you'll save a lot of money on that, that's for sure. Back up to you, Glenn. I'm going to get out of here in a minute. I'm going to call my kid back, but I may be back because I don't think I'm going to be that long. So if you're going to be around, I'll give you a shout back here in a few minutes there, Roger.
Yeah, Perry, call your son. I'll be standing by.
Yeah, thanks, dude. You know he lives down in South Carolina, so I don't... Any chance I can get to talk to him, man, I try to hop on it. So I'll catch you back here in a few minutes. W3MMR.
Good morning, Glenn and Terry. I don't know if you guys are going to hear me. I'm just doing a drive-by. This is N2 VJ Mobile at Cherokee Field.
Well, you're 20 over down here, Jamie. I'll catch you guys in a minute.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, N2VJ. N2VJ, this is N1SNG. Copy?
I do. We're kind of close for this time of day, but I'm hearing you, buddy. I'm going to be getting into kind of a bad area with a lot of trees, so you'll probably lose me. Just wanted to wish you a good morning. It was great meeting you down at Deerfield. And yeah, I'm just doing a drive-by. I'm on the way into work. Just made a quick stop at Dunkin' Donuts, and I'm taking a long way back, so there was a brief period where I don't have a lot of trees. N1SNG, N2VJ, Mobile.
Okay, Jamie. Yeah, likewise. Yeah, nice meeting you up at Nearfest. Yeah, that was a great weekend. It's a great weekend, and just looking forward to the next one. But I got you right on the got you 100% here, but your signal's not even showing up on the meter here, but that's unimportant. I can copy you. Okay, I'm listening on the Hamlin HQ110C receiver this morning. Usually I run the R390A, but I like to exercise the Hamlin every once in a while, so it seems to be picking you up just fine in the Mobile. Very consistent on your signal there. No fading at all at this time. I'll keep it short. Back to you, N2VJ, N1SNG.
All right, Glenn. Well, Glenn, you're quite strong here. You're about 10 over, I'd say, in the Mobile, which is a good signal. Like I said, I'm near Syracuse, New York. I have it on Hamlin HQ110 as well. Gosh, it's a little on the wide side from battlefield conditions. It seems to be kind of overloaded by, strong nearby signals. Glenn, it's good to see you, buddy. I won't hold it. I know it's a struggle to copy me through all this. So have a good morning. Wish Perry good morning for me, and I'll just go in a listening mode. I only got to have about a mile more to go. I'm still a little brain dead. N1SNG, this is N2VJ Mobile.
Yeah, okay, Jamie, be safe out there on the highways. We're running the B&W 5100 this morning. B&W 5100. Okay, I'm going to be standing by here. Great hearing you in here this morning. Thanks for stopping by. Maybe we'll catch up with you a little later on there. Have a safe day, Jamie. N2VJ, N1SNG.